What's going on, guys? Magdallan here. Towards the end of each Path of Exile League, I find myself wanting to experiment and come up with different types of content other than build guides or farming videos. Number one, just to fill the space, and number two, to try and, expand the scope of the YouTube channel a little bit. And I want to make sure that it's content that's fun for me to make and that might be interesting for you guys. And for a long time, I have wanted to do some kind of a news show, a weekly roundup of interesting things that are happening in the community, on the Reddit, through GGG posts. We might even look at the forum. We'll look at Twitter if that becomes necessary. Whatever the case is, I will just kind of find stuff that's interesting and we'll take a look at it and see how it goes. And first, we're going to start with this 3.20 end of league events post that GGG made. So we're going to find out what's going to be happening here at the end of the league. They start off by just talking about how they extended the league, which we already know about. And then our first event here, weeks 1 to 4, Ruthless with Gold. So back in 2007, when we were initially designing Path of Exile, we decided to eschew a gold coin system in favor of currency items that were used for crafting. We wrote about this in the 2011 Dev Diary entry, Rethinking Gold as a Currency. I never actually read that, so that might be worth a read. And then they just talk a little bit more about that, so let's just jump into what's actually going to happen here. So in Ruthless with Gold, monsters and chests drop gold coins, which can be used to buy items from vendors. All vendor prices throughout the game have been changed to gold. When you sell items to vendors, you receive gold. There may also be a few other uses for gold that we'll describe closer to the event's launch. Due to how many gold coins you find, they auto pick up as you approach them. Fantastic choice there. Gold coins are itemized like Parandus coins and stack up to 5,000 per inventory or stash space, 50k in currency stash wildcard space. In a party, gold coins you pick up are shared between nearby party members. That's a cool choice. You can you can still find currency items at regular Ruthless drop rates, i.e. not often. Gold coins are dropped in addition to regular currency, meaning that in Ruthless with Gold, there is somewhat less item scarcity than full Ruthless. Sanctum is not enabled. Boo. Otherwise, base Ruthless rules apply. I gotta say, I'm not gonna touch it. I just don't have any interest in playing Ruthless, but the concept of the gold coins might be interesting, so maybe for other content creators and guys that stream on Twitch and whatever, that could be a cool thing to watch people do. Ruthless with Gold is a 4-week trade-enabled non-hardcore event that is both an opportunity to experience what Path of Exile could have been like with Gold, while also letting you try out a slightly easier version of Ruthless. Players who have been keen to get Ruthless, to give Ruthless a shot, but haven't wanted to do that at a major league start, can use this event as a chance to try it out. Okay, so it starts at 1 p.m. on March 8th and then ends on April 4th at 3 p.m. Okay. The event is available on PC and console. Prizes. You'll be able to earn 1 guaranteed Sanctum mystery box per account for reaching level 45. Please note that having multiple characters in this event will not blah blah blah. The event also has a pool of microtransaction prizes that are randomly drawn for characters that reach certain level thresholds. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just take a look real quick. What do we got? So Lightning Ball Pet, Ghost Flame Swarm Pet, and Nightfall Cloud Pet. Okay. Just going to scroll through these. Reach level 85, random draw, all platforms. 25 Remnant Wings, 25 Lost Soul Apparition effects, and 25 Frost Viking Cloak. Okay. And then if you reach level 90, you get in a draw for these Heritage Armor Pack, Harmonious Armor Pack, or Suffering Armor Pack. It looks a little stingy in terms of the actual MTX that people are going to want, but maybe they're not anticipating a lot of players. So weeks 2 to 4, asynchronous group SSF events. Alongside the Extended Sanctum League and Ruthless with Gold. So this is going to be happening at the same time. Okay. We're trying out another new concept, asynchronous group SSF. So this one is a little complex to explain, but makes a lot of sense once you understand. Basically, each week we have a special type of event running, which we have described below. During that week, you can create a private league of that event type for free and then play it with your friends to try to get the best time. The time is counted from when you make the league, not from when the week starts, essentially making each one a competitive group SSF race to try to reach a goal with exotic rules applied. The events are asynchronous because your group can have as many shots as you want that week and don't have to be playing at exactly the same time as the people you're competing against. At the end of the week, whichever group has the best time is the winner. Okay, so that makes sense, I guess. These events are not run as hardcore events, but do have a 1-minute delay before you can resurrect if you die. So deaths are discouraged. Okay. The prizes for these events are exclusive trophy statues that can be displayed in your hideout. Okay. Week 2, Friendly Fire Group SSF event. League completion criteria, Kill Act 10 Katava, based on Standard, Sanctum, Ruthless, Hardcore, all disabled. Okay. Accounts allowed in League, 5. So it's just a 5-person group. Friendly Fires enables. Players can only deal damage when near 2 other players. This event... Okay. Well, that's poorly named then. I assumed that it meant that you could damage each other, as that's the standard use of that phrase. The event requires you to team up with 2 to 4 other players and try to complete the campaign without killing each other too much. Okay, so you can damage each other. Note that with full friendly fire on, even your minions will attack your teammates. Be careful which skills you pick. Okay, that could be interesting. The league account limit is set to 5, so you can't have 2 teams of 3 progressing in parallel in the league to help each other out. This is interesting. I think this will maybe be one of the more enjoyable ones to watch other people play. But again, I'm not going to play it. Week 3, Crangled Passives Group SSF event. League completion criteria, kill both Searing Exarch and Eater of Worlds. Based on Standard. Okay, so again, all the stuff is disabled, so you can't do any Sanctum. This one you can have 6 people, though. And it's voided. Was the first one voided? Okay. Unfortunately, so far, it seems like all of these are cool ideas, and then they have 1 or 2 things that kind of suck. Start date, 2 p.m., blah, blah, blah. The passive skill tree and the ascendancy trees are jumbled. Minor passive skills, notables, keystones, minor ascendancy skills, and major ascendancy skills have been internally scrambled within those categories. So a notable passive is still a notable passive, just a random one. All players have the same trees. You can only see properties of passives or ascendancy skills that are adjacent to ones you have allocated. This event prompts some interesting strategies. Can your party work out what builds or ascendancy choices are the best in this new crazy meta? Will you share that information with other players? Will you send some members ahead and then restart characters once there's a good build plan? Okay, that's kind of interesting. And then finally, week 4, Polarity Group SSF event. League completion criteria, have 3 level 90 players in the same instance. Based on Standard, Sanctum. Okay, so again, it's disabled. Okay, 6 people allowed. In this event, both monsters and players have polarity, which is randomly allocated between 2 values. You can only have, or you can only harm monsters that are the same polarity as you. Rare and unique monsters swap the polarity when they reach low life. It will require players to cooperate in groups of at least 2 in order to be able to clear areas and bosses. Good luck. We're looking forward to seeing how these events unfold. If you're not able to participate, be sure to check the action out live on Twitch. Okay. I mean, on the one hand, this is exciting in the sense that they're trying something different, which I'm in favor of. And I think that a lot of these will be enjoyable vicariously through watching people suffer through them on Twitch. But I'm worried a little bit because there's nothing here that looks like it is going to be fun to play. The gold thing might be kind of cool. But again, it's in Ruthless, and I just don't think I don't want to play the game that way. It's not interesting to me. And so the addition of gold coins that's not going to make the game more fun. Nothing crazy is happening in these events. It's all, for the most part, it's restrictions. So you've got asynchronous SSF, which is self-explanatory, the restriction there. Friendly fire is, I mean, that's more just like a fun one, you know, like a goofy event, but I don't want to play that. I just want to watch people kill each other on Twitch. And the Crangled passive group SSF event, interesting concept, but again, I'm not going to participate in that. I'm not going to roll a bunch of characters and wait to see which nodes are good and then try and come up with a build and whatever. This one, I think, of all the ones that they've come up with, I think has the most potential to be enjoyable for the average player, but we'll see what happens. And then the polarity one, that's a dud. That doesn't interest me at all. And I also don't really know if it's going to be fun to watch people play that. But I'm happy to keep an open mind. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Is this better than if they had just done events that were similar to ones they've done before? You know, your Endless Delirium or Endless Delve or whatever, stuff like that. Would you have rather seen more events like that? Or are you just excited that they're trying something different? So yeah, that's this post. All right, I switched over to Reddit here, so we will scroll through and check out what is on here. So we've got a Steam chart, league chronology. That's kind of cool. Let's see. POE Chieftain Stormburst Reflect Totems. Totem slaying Uber bosses while dead. All right, this was posted by Fragrant Breath. Let's check it out.
I cannot do this yet.
All right, he's dead. And the totems are taking it down. Oh, does he not do? Well, no, I guess because the player's dead. Okay. Definitely eye cancer, but cool video. All right, another guy that beat Shaper there. Babe, wake up, new complaint meta drop. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to actually cover stuff on Reddit is the perception that and you can see I don't have very much karma. I'm not like a huge Reddit user, but you would think based on the way people talk about it on Twitch and whatever, that the Reddit is an absolute cesspool where everyone is mean and nobody ever makes a good point, and it's just a place where discourse goes to die. And the few times that I've actually scrolled through Reddit, that has not been my experience. Now, of course, the comments can get rude, just like on YouTube, they can get rude depending on how many people are there and what the topic is. The more contentious the topic, the more likely it is that people misbehave and are mean to each other, so on and so forth. But generally speaking, when I've just scrolled through this a few times, a lot of the stuff is actually kind of cool. So let's check this post out. What do we got going on here? So people complaining about mana. I usually jerk off GGG pretty hard in terms of game direction, but the complaint that mana in general is in a bad place is completely warranted. Okay, so that guy generally agrees. Same boat, and I agree it takes way too much investment to sort out mana right now through regen, EB, Elrion, attack skills, etc. Just so much simpler and more enjoyable to play. Okay. Mana isn't supposed to be a viable resource. It's supposed to be another problem you have to find a way to fix. Same way how elemental ailment immunity is so mandatory these days. But they won't do anything about it because it's supposed to be almost mandatory. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. But that doesn't mean it's fun. There's an entire mana archetype build archetype. It's shit nowadays, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So, I mean, these people are disagreeing, but it isn't toxic. Well, here's another mana post. Sanctum Guide. Soul and Drax Guide for Total Beginners. I'm not familiar with this content creator. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen when I cover this stuff. We're not going to watch the whole video here, but let's check out a
It's
little
often
bit.
been said that the common new player experience in Path of Exile is to have this happen, take one look at this, and then do this. Well, time to change that. Hey there, my name is Salendrak and welcome to my Path of Exile guide for total beginners. I've been playing Path of Exile on and off since its beta days back in 2011, and though I would never claim to be as knowledgeable about the game as many other content creators, I've played more than enough to help new players get started. And besides, making beginner's guides is kind of my thing. This total beginner's guide to Path of Exile will consist of 4 parts, and they are intended for players who are brand new to Path of Exile, or who, for whatever reason, just never really got into the game.
Okay, I think I'll jump over to this guy's channel and give him a sub. That's looks like a cool video. A little bit of ads going on there. Got a memory, blah blah blah. Okay, so this guy's just lamenting on the past of Gladiator. True. First screenshot I ever took of POE, day 1 of standard. How do we get out of the upper prison to the next section? Cool. Their first email ad, like this. Open beta phase 2. Oh yeah, way back when they had different leagues for softcore and hardcore. Very cool. Alright, and then last thing. Decided to do the Searing Exarch in hardcore solo self-found, ruthless, on my 200k DPS Shield Crush Juggernaut. On the last portal, I decided that one of us would go down, and I removed my logout macro, and one of us went down. Alright, this was posted by Leobat. Let's check it out.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling.
Oh, he's got a lot of health. This is the last portal? Well, I think we kind of know who's going to go down then. Long-ass video. Oh, okay, so he's given us from the beginning. I'm going to skip ahead. Alright, he's dodging. Oh. What kind of build is he running? What did he say? Shield Crush? Oh.
Annihilation.
Right.
Incineration. Annihilation. Disintegration. Cleansing. Annihilation.
I assume this is the normal Searing Exarch, not the Uber.
The fires of 1,000 suns.
I shall extinguish them all.
Oh man, the ball phases are crazy. Whoa. Oh, we got hit by one. Ah. Okay, so there was the log out. Okay. That was a nail biter. Oh, let's see, how many portals do we have left here?
Hello.
Dope hideout. Alright, he's got 2 left. Oh, man. Yes, yes, nicely done. Nicely done.
Disintegration.
Alright, boss is back down.
Cleansing. Annihilation. Incineration.
Dodge the incineration.
Disintegration. Cleansing.
All right.
Fires of 1,000 suns.
Wow, he essentially didn't really get any damage off. So I assume this is where we'll see the usage of the, the second to last portal here. Oh, okay, there's the log out. Okay, here's the part that we're waiting for. All right, I mean there's still a fair chunk left in the video, so let's see what happens here. Here's the part where he must be removing the log out macro. Making his choice.
Never do outdoor. Exact at 20%. Oh no.
All right, let's go. All right. I hope you win, Leobat. Oh. Oh no. Okay.
Annihilation. Disintegration. Cleansing. Incineration.
Unfortunate that he has to run out of that.
Annihilation.
Oh. Okay.
The fires of 1,000
Oh no.
suns.
So far he's had to log out on every ball phase that we've seen him do. Oh, he got really low there. Oh. Nice. Very nice dodge there. Oh, he fucking made it. Let's go.
Disintegration. Cleansing. Annihilation.
Oh, he's just eating that?
Annihilation. Disintegration. Cleansing. Incineration. Annihilation.
Hell yeah.
Rises.
Very nice.
Or at least until the others arrive to challenge.
That was cool. That was a cool video. I enjoyed that. And I don't see any other way that we could more enjoyably end the first episode of this Wraeclast review news type show that I'm trying to do here. And as you can see, I think there's a lot of cool stuff that people post on Reddit. And I just think that a lot of folks that watch my content maybe are not actively perusing the subreddit. And so, yeah, we will be back next week, and I will cover anything that GGG puts out. Maybe we'll go over some clips from Twitch on some of the events if those get started. Now, I can't remember what the dates were that they started. And we will look and see what fun stuff we get to look at here on the Reddit again. And so if you enjoyed this, if it was interesting or engaging at all, do hit the like and subscribe button. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. I appreciate you.